Welcome to another video. Hope everyone's doing alright and that. Welcome to the third and final part of the Sea King helicopter build. And what a tough one this one's been. Possibly my hardest model yet. If you watch part 2, you'll see I struggled with every part of this model. I think it's a good kit. It was just my inexperience that was there, showing through big time in that. But I struggled to fit it together to start with and that. The bottom seam's not brilliant, but I'm hoping if it's stood on its wheels all the time, you won't really notice that bit. But then I struggled to get the glass in. I put that mask all stuff on and it's ripped the paint off. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But hopefully in this video we're going to turn disaster into triumph and that and come up with a decent model. I've had a couple of days off to gather my thoughts and that. And this is my plans. I'm going to start by going back over the paint a little bit. Clean these chips up. I've got to paint the inside of this window here, which is going to form part of an open door. That'll look pretty cool and that. I'm not sure how that's going to stick up there. I might have to get handy with blue tack or something, but fantastic. Then I'm going to try and get as many decals on as I possibly can. There's some pretty minute ones here, but I'll just take my time in that and hopefully we'll get as many as I can. Then I'm going to stick the rest of the black bits on, build the propellers up, and hopefully we'll come up with something fantastic. So grab yourself a cuppa, put your feet up, and let's get into it. Fantastic.
They called it progress. From steam and steel to satellites and silicon. We flew higher, dug deeper, wired faster, but we left echoes in our wake. 1944, the world was burning and skies were full of thunder. From code breakers in Bletchley to bombers over Berlin. Machines became minds, and silence was strategy. A rotor turned, a war ended, and the Cold War began. Through time, cutting the sky like a question mark. From black and white to digital light, we chase the spark. We chase the spark. '69, one giant leap. Boots in lunar dust while we watched through static screens. Cassette tapes, microwave dreams. Motherboards birth new empires. The world shrank into pocket-sized gods. Signals in the static dial. Hearts and electric dreams. We built a world from wires and light, but did we see what it means? From the Sea King's eyes, the world looked smaller. Oceans glowed with silent data. Drones replaced wings, AI replaced watchers. The sky remembers, but do we? We are the children of rust and code, flying blind but never slow. Past and future stitched in steel. What we lost, what we'll know. History hums beneath the blades. The future waits in the clouds. rang out, a brick that changed the game. 1974, Rubik twisted up the world with colors we couldn't tame. 1975, Microsoft was born in a dusty New Mexico dream. 1976, Apple hit the scene, from a garage to the machine. 1970, Star Wars lit the screen, a galaxy forever near. 1970, GPS found its feet, the world began to steer. 1979, Sony's Walkman walked the beat into every ear. 1980, Pac-Man ran wild in pixelated fear. 1980, Pac-Man ran wild in pixelated fear. 1981, the IBM PC hit desks, the office had a new face. 1982, Commodore 64 brought code into every place. 1983, the first mobile network launched the wireless race. 1984, the Mac said hello in a 1984 Norland. 1984, embrace. Windows opened up the world with a click. 1986, Chernobyl burned a hole in the future thick. 1987, the Simpsons disappeared, a yellow legacy born. 1980, Doppler radar tracked the storms we'd scorn. 1989, the Berlin Wall came down and history was torn. 1990, Photoshop reshaped truth and form. 1991, wide my hyperlink was sworn. 1994, the text message began their silent swarm. 1994, eBay made trading junk a global war. 1984, DVD spun up leaving VHS on the floor. 1987, Deep Blue beat the champ, men versus machine folklore. 1998, Google launched, the world began to explore. TWK fears shook every digital core. 19 now, the dot-com bubble pop, dreams turned sore. 2001, iPods played 1,000 songs and more. 2002, the Roomba learned to clean your floor. 2000, Skype let us talk across every shore. 2000, Facebook began behind a dorm room door. 2000, YouTube hit the scene and everyone could score. 2000, it changed how we played indoors. 2000, iPhone landed, the world would never ignore. 2000, Bitcoin was born behind a cryptic lore. 2000, WhatsApp let your text freely pour. Town and Instagram framed life in filters we adore. 2000, Siri spoke and voice became the core. 2000, Curiosity roved on Mars's ancient floor. 2000, Twitter started printing more and more. 2014, GDPR changed how data is stored. 2010, GDPR changed how data is stored. 2020, chatbots learned to think and speak in more. 2024, AI made music art galore. 2020, you're here right now, building models, shaping more. Every year, one spark, one gear in the machine. From rotary to quantum, from plastic to screen. The past is the future, we're caught in between.
Right, I think I'm going to leave it there. And it continued where the last part left off. It fought us every step of the way. I think we've done all right in that. We've rescued ourselves a bit of a helicopter. I managed to get most of the decals on. I did lose a couple along the way. I lost the G of the 70 years of air life-saving. So it's now 70 years of life-saving. It's the best I could come up with. And I lost an RAF above the RAF rescue bit at the front. That was my own fault. I planned to varnish it after I put the decals on. I thought I'd be clever, and I paid the price. But it's a lesson learned for next time and that. But I managed to get the doors open on this, on both sides. Fantastic. The staircase one and the flap at the top, that took a bit of doing and that. Propellers, I couldn't get the pin through the body. There wasn't a hole drilled for it, and I tried to drill it. And I think I was going to go a bit too rough, so I've backed off. So I've sort of glued it on. It's not perfect at the minute. I might have to glue it again. But it's all right. It'll do for me. It'll do for me. And yeah, overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. It's not perfect. It's not my best. But for the amount of fight it gives us, I think I've done all right. So right, let's find it a place in the cabinet and bring this video to a close. Right, I'll put it up here on the top shelf. I've moved the Lancaster down a couple of shelves for now. I tell you what, I'm glad to see the back of this one, if I'm honest with you. Like, what a tough model that was. What a tough model. But the next one is going to be this thing, a Land Rover Series 1 pickup. I built this thing about a year ago, and this one ended up in disaster when I managed to spill a full tub of Tamiya glue all over it. I sort of rescued it, but since then it's fell apart and that. And yeah, it's took us 9 months to get my hands on another one of these. So if you want to see this, hit likes, hit subscribes and that, do all the YouTubey stuff for us and that. And I'll see you on the next one.